Just what happens, you know. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here again. I'm going to be making a jacket today. Not a dress, just a jacket. Oh, I do want to show you this apron that I have on. I made this following Pattern Scout's information. I'll link her video below. It's a cute little reversible apron. Fortunately, it does not have pockets. I don't know why it doesn't have pockets. I have to go back and add those in, but it's very cute, reversible. It's just, I put navy blue on the inside. This was a sheet, and then this outer piece was a dress that I purchased from Temu, I think. And I hated it after a while, so I just decided to use the fabric for something else. And I'm wearing it today. Yeah, I'm making a jacket. This jacket is from Georgette or Clover. I think it's from Clover, and then the jacket is called Georgette. I'm not sure, but I'll link the pattern below. I purchased it, and when I went to the website the first time, I think it was $16, but when I actually made the purchase, it was $12. I thought it was worth it because, you know, you can make it as many times as you want once you have the pattern. I can anticipate making this again and maybe again, and even also lengthening it. Right now it's this short version right here. It's just 4 quick pattern pieces. This is the back piece. Oh, my phone. Hold on. Don't call me. Okay, a spam call. Bye-bye. Okay, so it's really just 4 quick pattern pieces. And the idea is that you're going to make this with quilted fabric, and so that means the fabric is a little bit stiff. I don't have stiff fabric, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm not using quilted fabric. I'm just going to try something else and just see how it turns out. Here's the pocket. It's supposed to have 2 pockets, one on each side. This is the sleeve. This is the back piece, so this needs to be cut 2 times. And then this goes around the neck. And this is the front piece. Oh wait, no. Switch that around. This is the front piece. This still goes around the neck, and it shows you the pocket template, the pocket drawn out. That's where the pocket's gonna go on both sides. Boom and boom. And then this is the back piece. It gets cut on the fold and connected. And the instructions seem very easy to follow. Nice quick instructions. It needs bias binding. I'm going to use regular black fabric for that. Let me get that. I have this black fabric. I think this is cotton, just a basic cotton. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I got this and 2 white fabrics from Hobby Lobby. One fabric I use for the dress that I just made, and then another white fabric that I'm going to make another dress out of. So another white dress will be coming up soon, and then I got this black fabric to make a different kind of dress, which is also coming soon, but I'm going to use this for the bias. It's a little bit stretchy going this way, but this will be the bias tape that's going to go over all of the seams, or most of the seams of this jacket. But the main fabric that I'm using for the outer shell of the jacket is this here, and I purchased this from Joann a little while ago, and I've had it for a while and haven't decided what I wanted to do with it. It has, like, I guess you can see that little gleam on it. It's pleathery on this side, and then it's suede-y on this side, and this is going to be the outside. The suede side is going to be the outside. Then but as you can see, this is like flimsy. There's nothing to it, no shape or anything. I know this needs its own lining, and I'm gonna put a blanket on the inside lining. I got this blanket from Goodwill, surprise surprise, for like $3. It's so soft. I just washed it. Smells wonderful. It's so incredibly soft, and I can't wait to put this on the inside lining, all in the sleeves, all throughout the whole inside is going to be this. And then I have this leftover fabric from when I did a Victorian style dress. I'm going to put this across the outside of the jacket in different places around the shoulders and around here and across somewhere around the back area as well, the upper back. I'm not exactly sure the layout, but I'm going to figure that out as the jacket is made. So of course I'll start with the jacket, and then I'm thinking I would need to, I don't really know how I'm going to construct the whole thing. That's the only problem. I don't know if I want to construct the outside as one piece and then construct the lining as its own piece and then combine them, or if I want to somehow combine the pieces like with an outer stitch line to connect the two pieces and then combine it. But then that will prevent me from being able to add this seamlessly, because I don't want the stitch lines of this being overlaid to be showing through on the other side, because I kind of want it to be reversible if I want it to be. I don't necessarily know if I will wear it with the green on the outside, but I want to be able to if I want to. And I don't want stitch lines showing. I'm going to figure all that out as I go, but if you're interested in how this is all going to turn out, then I hope you keep watching. So first thing I'm going to do is cut all the pattern pieces out from the lining and this. The directions say to start with the bias strips. So I'm going to get a long piece of bias assembled, and I'm going to do 1.5 inches in width for the strip. So it's going to be 1.5 inches this way, and it's just going to be as long as I can get it with the material, and then I'll cut more as I need it. The first thing to do is to put the bias around the pocket. I'm going to have the suede side facing out, and I'm going to cut the bias strip from that black fabric that I showed you. Before I add the bias strips to the pocket, I cut out this little piece here from the same material that I've been using. I cut a few pieces out, and I have these two pattern pieces that I'm going to glue on to the pocket flap. This is what they look like by themselves. Here they are on the back. And I cut as close as I could because I need to be able to put some stitching on here to secure it. I'm going to glue it using this glue right here. I have one that's already open, but I can't find it, so I'm just going to open this new one because I'm going to glue all the pieces that I have. But I'm going to start with the pocket because the pocket needs to have the bias added now. And yeah, I'm just going to open this up, and it is called Liquid Stitch. It says it's permanent fabric adhesive. So let's open it up and see what it's like. It's sealed up. Ooh, it's nice. I guess I haven't had it for too long. It's not dried out or anything. It's looking good. Okay. Smells a little weird, but yeah. Just open it up. It's opened up. I'm gonna add the glue all around here, attach it here, and then I will add the bias tape or strip around the outside edge of the pocket once it's glued on. And then I will probably go around and secure this possibly with some kind of stitch. I don't know, maybe a zigzag, just to make sure it's on there good. But I'm gonna do that now. And I'm just going to sew straight down here where those pins are. At this point, I'm going to connect the two pieces. I have the back piece right here, and it's the next day, by the way. I'm going to connect it to the front, and that is going to go, let's just lay it down because I can't remember. Lay this piece down, and then I'm going to take this one, and this is the front piece. It has the pockets already on there, and I'm going to lay this on top of that piece. I'm doing mine a little bit different because I'm putting a lining inside of mine. So if you're checking the video that I linked to show how to do this, if you're just using one flat piece, you don't have to do a lot of what I'm doing. But I'm actually going to be changing some things around just slightly. Now I'm going to follow what it does say to do, is to do a top stitch across the back to connect these. So this is wrong sides together. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. This is going to be an outside stitch, and I'm going to connect it at the shoulders and sew it all the way across. So across these two pieces to connect the shoulders, and then it's going to go right across the neckline. I don't know if it's hard to see because everything is dark, but I'm going to just bend this forward, and where the seam allowance is, I'm going to flatten it and attach it right there. I have this sewed together, and now I'm going to do a top stitch. I already pinned it because I want to flatten it down. The real way to do this is to put a bias strip going across, but I'm adding some embellishments to mine, so I'm not doing the bias strip on this part. I'm just going to top stitch it flat, and then once it's on, I'm going to put it up on my mannequin. I think this is the way it's going to go, just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's going to be like this, and I'm going to have my embellishments laying over the shoulders. I'm just going to glue them down with the same glue. Then I'm going to top stitch, and then I have some trimming coming that I'm going to just go around the edges so that everything is covered with this trimming to give it a little bit of more of a decor look, and also to hide the rough edges. The trimming here came in from Amazon. I'll link it below in case you want to check it out. But it is this. It's 1/4 of an inch, and I think it's the perfect amount. Okay, I added all the embroidery to the outside of the pattern pieces or the fancy pieces, and I sewed everything, so there's a lot of stitches going on inside here. Let's try to hold it in the light so you can see it. A lot of stitch work. It's hard to tell, but it's in there. And now I've already completed the lining pieces with the blanket, and it's the opposite way. So I have pockets inside here. I didn't put the border around the pockets because this is just going to be the inside pocket. And I just did the same steps as I did for this, but I already added the sleeves and closed up the side. But all the seams are facing out so that when I put this on top of it, they'll be encased inside the jacket, and all of the inside of this will be fully smooth. Everything will be smooth. So all those seams are tucked that way, and this is what it looks like. And again, this is the green blanket from the Goodwill. Nice, inexpensive blanket. So now I'm just gonna add this over it like that. See that? And now the seams are going to be on the outside on the jacket. I'm going to add the sleeves on. And, oh yeah, just sliding down. Where are the sleeves? Okay, I have the sleeves for the jacket. I'm going to add those on next. And I made them a little bit longer than the pattern showed because I want to be able to possibly fold it back if it looks good. And I also like when the sleeves are long. So I have these, and this is going to be attached here, but it's going to be attached on the outside so that the seam is going to be, the seam allowance is going to be on the outside, and I'm going to cover that over with the bias tape or the strip of the material. And then the same with the side seam is going to be an exposed seam allowance, which is going to be covered by the strip of material. So next I'm just going to line this up and then sew the sleeves on, and then I'll insert the lining inside and add all the bias strips, and then it'll be all done. I will show you those last little steps, and then we'll be on to the reveal. So I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.